Hi, everybody. Welcome to Piercing the Veil.
And happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Absolutely.
I woke up thinking it was like Tuesday or Wednesday, and I went, whoa, it's Sunday. We have a show today. So
Yeah,
welcome in, everybody. It has gone by so fast. We've had a busy week. If you didn't catch us, we were on Jessica's on her noon show Wednesday. Then we were on Pop's show Friday night, and then we had our own show Friday night. And if you need a good laugh, oh my goodness, go back to Friday night show, the Night Owl Lounge. I don't think I've laughed so much. Our moderator Blazer was actually in the hospital during that time, making everybody laugh. He's already making me laugh now. So yeah, that's a fun show. Check us out when we were on Pop's show. And at the very, very end of the show is a special song that Garrel wrote for Pops about Sasquatch and Bigfoot praying to Jesus. Yeah. And it is a beautiful song. And speaking of that, Pops has a prayer chain. I'm going to plug Pops right now. Pops has a prayer chain going. If anybody has sickness or family members or any kind of prayer you need, contact Pops, Blazer, Lori Ladd, Cindy, which is Bigfoot fans. They will put you on their prayer list. And Pops will have prayer at the end of the show every single Friday night. So even though we are a conspiracy cryptid community, we are also Christians and we believe in prayer. So if anyone needs prayer, please reach out to Pops and he will add you to his prayer list. And go subscribe to Pops. He is, last time, to 208. So he's getting up there. And we have a nice number ourselves. We went up to 2.22. Isn't that a neat number?
Yeah.
So there you go. Okay. Yeah. There's, thanks, Pops. There's the link to Pops. So please, if anyone needs prayer, don't hesitate. Go over there, let Pops know, and he will add you to the list. And on that note, we've got a special guest. We haven't had Barb in a little while, and I think everyone in our community knows Barb. And it was time that we brought her back, got some updates on what's going on, and it's going to be a really good show. And I'm going to go way to the top and say hi real quick. We'll get that done over with. We've got Pops in the house. I see Midwest Nightwatchers. We got Blazer. Everyone pray for Blazer. He is home, but he's still not feeling well. So Blazer does need some prayer too, guys. See Barb in the chat. Lori Ladd, Flamethrower Lori. Robin M. The Daddy, which I know is Richard. Fariba, welcome in. I know who you are, and you're new to our chat. Welcome. Blazer, Lori, Robin, anyone new come in?
Oh, we got all kinds of, we got Mickey and Kyle.
Kyle, I see. Yep, now I got him. I see Mickey, Kyle, Patrick.
Honest Content.
I'm getting down.
Little Twisted.
Larry. Hey, Twisted, welcome in. There's Larry. Getting there. Little Twisted Mickey.
Patrick Noble.
Honest, welcome in. Yeah, I got Patrick. There's Dwarfy. Dwarf just had a live show.
Richard the Daddy.
Yep. I got Richard. Dwarf, you just had a good show. There's my sister Mary. Hi, Mary. Hi, Lori. All right, I'm caught up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's get this going. Oh, Claudette. Hi, Claudette.
All right, well, let's go ahead and bring Barb up.
Yeah, let's get Barb up and get some new updates going.
Hi, Barb.
Hi, you guys.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah.
Thank you again for having me. And this is awesome because it's like a reunion, right?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
So many of the people in the chat. Aw, you guys are so awesome.
We've
Thank
got a
you.
good chat.
Wow. Yeah.
I just love our community.
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? And it's kind of like it's really refreshing to see because unfortunately there's so much just, dissension and butting of heads and competition in our community. And
Right.
it's good to see.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Blazer. That's so sweet. It's just
I
good.
think
It's like we always say, I mean, we're here because we like the subject. We all have the like minds. But if you disagree or if you see something different, you don't have to be mean or cruel or bring somebody down because they don't agree with what you say. Just be polite and move on. Don't just like, okay, I don't believe the same as that person, but that's not going to ruin my friendship.
Yep.
I think you see that in any community, no matter what.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
There's competition. There's dividing. Somebody has to speak their opinion.
Yeah.
And everyone knows my saying. Life is like a buffet line. Eat off your own plate.
That's right.
Stop looking what other people say. We're going to show your pictures and videos. I don't want anybody saying, I don't see that. She's crazy. Well, Pops is going to boot you out of chat.
Yeah.
If you believe it or not, just keep your opinions to yourself. I don't see everything of your stuff too. I mean, we're all honest. Some things I see, some things I don't.
Yeah.
But
there's no sense
your opinion
in
in chat. I think it's wrong. Just keep your opinion to yourself. If you don't see it, that's okay. Someone else might.
Well,
hence my no drama Bigfoot. That's really
No
why
drama.
I even started that whole, movement a couple years ago, because I was just getting into the community and wanting to get answers to things that I was, that I was experiencing and I was hearing and I was seeing and like, wait a minute, I'm not here. When you have, I'm sure this has happened. You go and you ask a question. You go into somewhere on social media and ask a question, and all these clowns start coming, fighting. Can somebody just answer the question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we all had the same experiences, it'd be boring. We wouldn't learn anything.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to listen to everybody's experiences, whatever they've encountered, and
right.
Whatever fits our puzzle. Like, okay, I think I've seen something similar to that in my experience. So you kind of take it and mold it and readjust what your idea or your opinion is of something, and you just keep improving it all the time. If you don't listen to everybody else, you'll never get out of your own little square box dungeon. You'll just stay in that one spot your rest of your life.
That's right. Absolutely. Amen. Because I think about really how my opinions and not really so much opinions, I guess kind of beliefs. I guess it is just opinions, but based on because of what happens, especially in this journey within this community, because let's face it, nobody can say for certain, 100% we know. I'm sorry, there's no experts.
That's right.
Until somebody walks up and I've seen them, I know they exist, but until somebody walks up, I guess I can't even say on television because that's so fake too now. It's like
right.
There would have to be a Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call, would have to meet everyone for people maybe to believe. Maybe they wouldn't believe it with AI and that's the most thing, that's the easiest thing people can anyway. Well,
you literally could have an angel or whatever, your spirit guide, your higher consciousness come down and tell you exactly what's going on. This is it. No doubt. You have the information. You could say it and nobody'd believe you anyway, probably.
That's true. Yeah. And you know what's sad is that a story that I had never heard before that I heard you two tell on Pop's channel, because I haven't been around. I guess that was before, before my time. And I'm thinking,
I have to show this. Thanks, Brian. Until Bigfoot walks up and cracks the Diet Mountain Dew and says, "Let's chat," I'll know for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's absolutely.
What was the story that you were talking about?
Huh?
I think he's talking about Tom Cantrell, probably. Rest in peace, and his Diet Pepsi. Because Tom Cantrell always used to say the best way to see them is go into an area that you know or that you've heard is active and just say, "Hey, introduce yourself, pull up a lawn chair." And he would say, I just sit there with a cooler of chicken hips, which I'm not sure what chicken hips are. They like
chicken
like
hips?
Yeah, that's what
I
he
didn't
would
know
say.
Chickens
Chicken
have hips. I have chickens.
Well, now as I'm saying it, I'm like, wait a minute. I never realized that I didn't know what that meant. Thighs? Is it thighs?
Thighs, yeah.
Chicken hips.
I mean, they have legs. They have to have some kind of hip. Maybe you meant
that's
chicken
right.
lips.
R.I.P. Tom Cantrell. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I miss him so much every day. But he'd say chicken hips and then and a cooler of chicken hips and Diet Pepsi. And
oh my goodness.
And then he said, and just let them come to you.
Yeah.
I heard go out, set a fire, and just laugh and this and that, and that usually draws them in also.
Yeah.
Now I know what I do. I'll get my hand pan or a Native American flute or something back there, go outside, and I know that kind of draws them in too.
Yeah.
They love music.
Yes. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, R.I.P. Tom. Yeah, he was a great guy. Yeah.
You were saying that you heard a story that we were telling or something. What was that?
It was the story about the orb, and that how it had come out on when you were on a show. It had come out from behind you.
Oh yeah.
And, the little fairy thing.
Yeah, and that it was something that was around your house that you had been seeing for, would you say, like about 2 weeks?
It was about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. And I heard a lot of your, stories, but that's something that I never heard. And then Pops Gary was saying about how, people are afraid to tell their experiences because sometimes they just get in this situation, they just get too weird. And why would we want to do? I don't understand that. I guess if somebody's doing it to try to get famous, how are you going to get famous though? I don't, by telling these things that people think are like crazy and, and they're fringe and they're outside of the, outside of the norm. Like, why would someone do that unless if it's not really happening? I guess I don't understand that. I don't understand.
I was scared to talk for years, and there was no way I was going to get on camera. And somebody asked me to be on their show, and I went, no. Yeah. And so then shortly after that, we've been doing this for 3.5 years now.
I volunteered her for her first show.
Yeah, and I went, you did what?
I said, sure, she'd love to come on your show. And then I told Jane, hey, by the way, you're on a show.
And I kept postponing it and stuff. And then we started our podcast, and I'm comfortable. It's just like where you have a video call, so I don't get nervous or anything. We've been on so many shows here, and other people's shows.
Yeah.
I don't get nervous anymore.
Yeah.
But I a lot of things confirmed, like, whoa, they heard what I heard.
Sorry.
Oh, cool. They heard what I heard. And it confirmed a lot of the weird, strange sounds that I've been hearing for years.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad I came out and shared my experiences. Hopefully it's helping other people also that, you're afraid to get laughed at and teased. And,
well, I had a dream last night.
You had a dream last night?
Yeah. I mean, I always have dreams, but I always remember the ones that are pertinent to me, I guess. I don't know, but usually it's an animal or,
Right.
Jane knows my weird dreams. But last night I was at mom and dad's house in the driveway, getting out of a car. And when I opened up the door, I could see a fairy flying out.
Oh, wow.
But
Oh.
it wasn't like Tinkerbell. It didn't have wings, but it was a female, and it had a dress on that was like a light blue with the white lace around the collar and down at the bottom. So it almost looked like what you would think of like maybe Alice in Wonderland.
Wow.
That kind of style.
Yeah.
Little girl's dress,
And you don't remember your dreams that often.
I know, but I remember that fairy. As soon as I opened up that door, and it was an older car that it was a Suburban, a blue Suburban, and I haven't had that since we've been married. I got rid of that way before we got married, even.
Wow.
And I was at mom and dad's for some reason.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting. Why you remember this? Because you do not remember dreams.
It's almost too like it's taking you. Is it trying to get you to pull memories out from when you were younger?
I don't know. But
because you said so at your mom and dad's
the vehicle with me because I was getting out, and as soon as I stepped out, I could see it go. Zoop.
Wow. Wow. They've always been with you? I don't know.
I don't know.
And that's all you remember from the dream. Oh, that's
it.
Wow.
I remember the car. I remember where I was.
Yeah.
I remember her flying off. I remember what she looked like.
Wow.
But that's it. That's the only part of it.
Yeah.
Those kind of dreams are very special because I was sharing some of mine on Pop's show.
Yeah.
They're not dreams if you remember every single detail years later, and you can still feel the emotion and just you can vividly still see that. That's not a dream.
Yes.
And so that's why I kind of got confused. Like, was this from God? Is the government messing with us? But I think they are special messages. Like, he's going to have to really look into this and pray on it and say, God, will you please show me the meaning behind this dream? Because he rarely, I think like 4 or 5 dreams. I've been with him for 22 years.
Wow.
He does not remember his dreams.
Well, a lot of them I remember, but there's nothing significant that I think of.
Right.
Or I just kind of wake up and I still know it, but then as the day goes on, it's just like, there wasn't really nothing there. But the Bigfoot one was pretty cool. Or at least I think it was Bigfoot.
What was that one?
It was me. I knew it was me out in a clearing in the forest, and there was an owl on my shoulder. And it was a big owl. It was golden brown, had orange, bright, piercing eyes, and it leaned over and said something in my ear. It was talking to me, but I don't know what it said. I didn't hear it during the dream. I have no idea what it was. But then I had the presence or the feeling that I was a Sasquatch. And
wow.
And so that was the picture I got. The owl was on my shoulder and I was a Sasquatch.
Whoa.
And then I've asked many, what did the owl say to me? Please tell me what the owl said. I have never got any clarification or anything of what the owl whispered in my ear.
Wow.
And I've only had one Sasquatch experience, and in my dream, well, not dreams, vision, something, but it was small and brief too. I was collecting whistles and little harmonica necklaces and stuff, and I was going to start gifting, but we still haven't gotten out to do it.
Yeah.
And I have one that I played for myself, but then I bought these littler ones, and I thought they'd had fun playing with the little harmonicas.
Yeah.
And so I had a dream that I was sitting there playing, and it kind of came up and kind of was looking down, and I looked up and I was kind of showing them how to play, and that was it.
Wow. Wow.
And I don't know if they were saying, hey, where's our harmonicas? You haven't gifted us our harmonicas yet. Well,
maybe
the fields are kind of full now. I can't really walk the field now. But eventually, I would like to gift them those whistles and some little harmonica necklaces.
Wow.
But so I had a brief, that's not a dream. It's like, did I astral travel somewhere like Pops was saying on his show? Yeah. I think we astral travel every single time we sleep.
Right. So to answer Brian, my father's been passed away for a long time, and my mom's is recently within the last, what's it been, 2 years?
I think it's been
Oh.
it's been 2 years.
So it's nothing. I don't think it's anything to do with them, but
Mhm.
I know that I was in their driveway.
Yeah.
I wasn't living there, but I was in their driveway and got out of a vehicle when I lived away from the house. That's when I owned that vehicle. And it was just me. I opened up the door, got out, and then as soon as I was closing the door, there goes the fairy.
Now,
Wow.
subconsciously, we have been talking about some fairies because Pops asked us about that little fairy orb thing that came out of your gun and what.
Right. So we have been talking about them recently.
Right. But not your
Why
parents'
mom and dad
driveway.
so?
Yeah, why your parents' driveway. Right. So that got added to.
And why that vehicle during that time period?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if all of that like leads to, okay, you know, it's definitely something when you were younger.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what? And maybe during that time frame.
Maybe you did
something. Yeah.
Maybe you did see something then and you're just now recalling it and you don't remember seeing it then.
Could be. But the weird thing is the vehicle was mom and dad's driveway is uphill just a little bit to their house, and it's kind of curvy a little bit. And I was backed in, and I had never in my life ever backed in that driveway to park.
Oh.
So that was
that's yeah.
You're gonna have to dig into that. There's meaning behind that.
Yeah.
I mean that's all cool and stuff. I love the fairy, but I wonder what the owl said.
I know.
Yeah, right,
That's my number one question. I wonder what the owl told me.
Oh, I had this. It's similar, but I was awake. I was listening to probably to my cameras or getting ready to listen to the cameras, and so I had my earbuds in, and I heard this voice, this male voice, say a phrase, and I was like, wait, where did I hear that? Was that on the camera then? You know, that I'm listening to? So I rewound it and it wasn't. So I'm like, okay, that something said that to me live. I didn't, and then so I'm looking on my phone, you know, to see if there's anything. Am I in anything like that? No, everything, all the applications were down except for I was on the camera app. And I don't know. Yeah. And I was not able to ever find out what that was. That bugs me. I don't remember what it is now. I know I have it written down somewhere or I have it in notes somewhere because that really, that bugs me when you don't know what something's saying to you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Now you've experienced mind speak, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Have you ever had them in your dreams? You know, because Pops was asking us. I've never experienced a mind speak in my dreams of them saying anything, but I have experienced the mind speak of them talking to me, you know, out loud, but it's not vocal, except for that one hello that scared me. Nobody knows about that.
Yeah.
So you've had them visit you in your dreams too, then?
Yes, several times. And I think what they're doing is, I think that they were preparing me to see them because I was really afraid. I was really afraid to see them, like really, really afraid. And even though like I can't even count how many, and I'm not trying to be like, oh my God, I've seen them every day. It's not that, but I've seen so many now that I don't know the count. Okay.
Right.
But I'm still afraid, like at times, like I think, oh, please don't let me see one now. And I'm trying to think like maybe going up to like we walk up our driveway in the dark to get the garbage can or to take the garbage can up. Like when my husband had his surgery, and thank God my son-in-law was here to do it. Because I would have been scared to do that because I know that they're right there. And yes, and I've seen them before, but I just don't want to like walk up a pond in the dark.
Right.
Pop says your alpha's listening.
I bet he is. You know what? This is funny because Pops, I was working on audio of him, of the alpha. And well, he calls him the elder, the clan elder is what he calls himself. And it sounds so good through the earbuds of the microphone, but then I just played it and it sounds like crap. So I'm gonna have to make a video out of it. But I was hoping I could play it. But I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, it wasn't. It's not that great. But let me see. Oh, yeah, that was real. Thank you, Brian. I love Brian. Oh my gosh, I just love him so much. We need prayers for Brian too, because he's going through some.
Brian is added. Yeah. Brian is added to Pop's list. Yeah, we added him on Pop's prayer list.
Very good.
Friday night when we were on.
Gosh, nicest.
So I think the last time we talked, you had a vision or saw the ancient ones.
Yes. Yes.
Have they came back, or have you had any other conversations about that at all?
Oh, I forgot about that. The ones that you saw in the driveway or whatever, right?
Yeah. And guess what? Yeah. They were Sasquatch. And here's something that I have to say. I do not get mind speak. I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't get mind speak very often.
I don't either. Yeah, it's rarely. It's rarely for me. Yep, I don't hear it that often.
Yep. It's not even, it's rarely words like that. There were some words that were put into my head during that, like, I guess you'd say kind of, I don't know, vision, but it really was an exchange, but all right. So when I had told you all that, because I was like, I really was thinking I was probably never going to tell anybody that, because it sounded so weird. But then I thought, well, what the heck, I love Carol and Jane. All right, whatever. Let's just do it. And then I'm like, oh no, now I sound like a real lunatic. But hey, I mean, anyway, it happened. So, all right. I think I think I told you all last, let's say like August. I think it's been about a year. And in the fall, so maybe a month or two after that, I kept having the picture like of, I made an AI picture of what I saw. Okay. And that kept coming into my head, like that image of that. And I'm like, why does this keep coming into my head? And then there was this like laughing kind of like, ha ha ha, like we really got you, kind of feeling, not so much words, but feeling. Then what I see is like where the guys are in this AI art, there were Sasquatch there. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then it was like, okay, again, this isn't words. It's like thoughts. Mm-hmm. It's so hard to describe, unless you've if you've had mind speak, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
It's an instantaneous.
It's like a download,
well,
right?
Go
ahead. Please.
When I have a good relationship with the Lord and God and Holy Spirit, mm-hmm. and when I hear something from Him, I do not hear it from my mind. I do not hear word by word. I get an instantaneous message, all of it from my heart area, my spirit area. I know that's when it's from God. But when I have that mind speak, when I'm outside and they're saying something weird, mm-hmm. something to me that I would not normally think, mm-hmm. it's an instantaneous thing also, not word by word. You just instantly hear something mm-hmm. or an image. Like when I was asking them, are you okay? I got an image of a black helicopter. They've been messing with them and they're quiet because of the darn black helicopters that are looking for them. And so you can get an quick image that go, why did I think mm-hmm. of that image? Yeah, right. Or it's just an instantaneous, like a word of knowledge. Yes. It's not like really from your ears. Yep. Right. That's why I say it's a download. It's like somebody plops it open, just plops it in your head, because they come out of nowhere. It's completely out of nowhere. And so I see, so it's, and then I was like, oh, okay. So that was not humans, ancient humans. And it was like this laughing, like, well, we really got you. And they were very proud of themselves. This is what I got. Like, they're very proud of themselves that they looked so human in what they were like projecting for me to see, that they're like, oh, we were pretty good at that. She bought that.
And so they were Sasquatch. And so, right.
That's funny.
But like, what's really weird is that there's a group of people that are they're researchers, and in like southern Washington. Now I'm in western Washington. I'm probably about in the middle of this, maybe probably the middle. So they're in southern Washington state and in Oregon, and they talk about the Sasquatch, like these clans that call themselves the Ancients. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I didn't know anything about that. I still don't really know. And I kind of need to find out about that.
What I'm picking up is we had a guest a long time ago. He wasn't Native American. They called them First Nation people in Canada.
First Nations.
In Canada.
Yes.
And he said, he hung out with his tribe. And when they had experiences, they said it was a spirit of a Bigfoot that was their guide or something. So that kind of sounds like an ancient one.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
It could be. Yeah.
That gives them messages and stuff like that in the tribes. So that could be similar what you're talking about.
Somebody just mentioned it.
Hey,
I don't know.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna pop out real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Everything's off for me. It's starting
I'm hearing your speaker sound funky. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Bigfoot Dwarf is saying, is it the same ancient ones?
Right, I don't
know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it is. I don't know, but and I'll have to tell you. I have to tell you him sometime what happened, because it was kind of a cool experience, but it really did leave me with this. I was worried for humanity, worried for life as it is, because they said if we come to enter into this, then nothing is going to be the same, and I feel like I heard you talk about this recently, Jane, about yes, and I'm trying to think where I heard you talking about it. It was on a show recently, and you were talking about like if certain things are put into play, it can't it's whether it's biblical, it's end times, but certain things being put into play, and we can't go back from certain things.
Right. Yeah, I think I was explaining on Pop's show, or it was our Friday night show. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
That, things are going to be happening. Things are going to get worse. Whatever happens is going to happen. We can't stop it. It's meant to happen because the end times is going on. If these things have to happen. And I was explaining, do not have any fear. I think that's when I was explaining the vision that I was having that caused me to have absolutely no fear anymore.
Yes.
And just have no fear. Whatever is going to happen needs to happen. And if you are under God's protection, I wouldn't worry about it, because he will protect his children during this time of whatever is going to ride out here.
Yes.
And we are meant to be here during this time. I'm not saying we're chosen special, but we were meant to be here during this time period to experience all this craziness.
Yes.
And the truth coming out, and us conspiracy Christians here in this community.
Yeah.
Our conspiracies are all coming true.
Yeah, exactly. And it is. It's sad, it's scary, but you're absolutely right. Because
it's meant to happen, right?
Yep, and things that we said kind of all along, and it's still still going on. Well, look at this. This is yet another conspiracy theory, but yep, here we go. It has come to pass that it's real. A bunch of stuff just came out recently. Won't talk about it. But
some things came out we won't talk about.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my,
yeah.
Yeah, like Robin says, chaos is a part of the healing.
Yes.
Man is the part of waking up, seeing the truth.
Yeah.
Open up your eyes and use your common sense and stop listening to the government. That's why I keep telling people in our chat, don't believe anything they say. It's always the opposite.
Yep. And the news. Oh, geez.
Yeah, and I don't watch any news. I just watch
me neither.
I watch YouTube podcasts, and that's it.
Yeah. You know what Robin's saying, this is something that I have found out, and I really I have to say that I feel like this is something that the Sasquatch have helped me. There is a lot of chaos magic, and it's spelled, MAGICK, chaos magic. And I'm not sure how, and I feel like there are different spellings of chaos than normally. There's a lot of that going on just in general. And a lot of people are afflicted or, oppressed, have attachments because of it. And people have to be, and we don't have to talk about this, but people really have to be very careful of that.
Right.
Because you think about all the chaos in relationships and families and in humanity. And I think a lot of that anyway, but I'm preaching to the choir.
And you're back. Everything sound better?
Everything seems to be doing
better?
good now.
Yeah. There's no echo. I can hear you right away in the other room.
Right.
Okay.
Nice.
Yay. Yeah. Technical difficulty on StreamYard. You gotta have that.
There's a question.
Where was that at?
Barb, are you experiencing any wildfires near you, and do you think that changes activity? I am not.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep up with chat.
Is it kaiju?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We, thank God, are not right. We're kind of right in between both sides of the state. Well, the western side is they have that managed a lot and there's a lot less I don't know, a lot
brush
less.
I
can't say ground. No, I can't say brush, or there's actually more brush. There's a lot more humidity and rain. That's like where all the rainforests are, and it's hard to get things going in. Plus it just rains usually about once a week. Even when we were out on the coast last year for most of the year.
At the other house.
Yeah. And so it's just harder to get things. Thank God. But man, the eastern part of the state is it's a mess, and I just feel so terrible for them.
Wow.
But there again, there's a lot of there we go, chaos with that whole situation, because it isn't as cut and dry as it seems. And I grew up in northeastern Pennsylvania, where there's a lot of mountains, there was a lot of timber, a lot of trees, and we just you have to manage your forests. So I'm just going to say that, because my husband and I own a farm in northeastern Pennsylvania. He grew up on it, and then he bought it. Issues with his parents. His parents got divorced, and in order for his father to live there, had to buy his mom out. So my husband was like, I just have to do this, and and then it stays in the family. So but we have to manage that, because it is mostly timber. So we have to have somebody come in and timber it every few years, or you're going to get these problematic situations.
Right.
So
I was really surprised. You always hear of the West Coast, California fires, Washington, that whole section, and maybe some other areas. But when you actually go to a fire map of the whole U.S., I can't believe how many fires are going at the same time.
There's a lot.
It seems like there's hundreds of them.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah. It's shocking. And then a lot of them that they just don't even, there's just not the manpower to fight them. And there's not, it's just, anyway, that's more of that chaos, it's just terrible. It really, really is terrible. So I think that as far as, I'm hoping that they know that let's say the Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call them, Sabe, they know that this is going to, when the first, maybe they don't know before it happens. Okay. But I think that they would have this knowledge. As soon as that fire or whatever starts, when it's dangerous, they're gonna either go underground or, you know, they're all gonna move out of that area. So I think you would have a big migration. But I really feel like there is I feel like there's a lot more time. They spend a lot more time underground than people think about and talk about.
Right.
I really do. Yeah, I think there's this extensive cave system, and maybe and it could be even what they have even created. I don't know, because I know what I do know is that there are huge trees that, you know, well, everywhere in the United States, but when you look like at a huge tree, and some of their root systems, when it falls over, like, oh my gosh, it goes deep. Or like if you're skiing somewhere and there's, you know, such a large snowpack, and you have to be careful. Well, everybody else, this is not going to be me. I'm just going to tell you, this would not happen to me, because I would never be skiing in this place. But oh my gosh, but you have to be careful not to get sucked into the snow. That is the depth between the snow and the tree, you know, that crevice, because that's super dangerous and can, you know, can be super deep. And I think that that's how it is as far as like with, you know, with the root systems. And I just think that that's also what happens to a lot of people. And I don't think it's as much to do with cryptids or dogmen or Bigfoot as much as it is people going off trail when they're hiking in some of these remote locations and falling into one of these. Because spending so much time as we did up on the Olympic Peninsula, I really was like, whoa, some of the root balls and some of the root systems are they're so shallow that it's kind of unbelievable, but it still creates this unstable ground underneath them. So like we had our two grand dogs, and we would, like, at separate times, and they're just little, like, mini Australian shepherds. So thank God have them on leashes, because the one, he went down, like he fell down into one of these, like a hole, but and we always have them on harnesses, and I was able to just, like, oh my gosh, and pull him out, because I don't know how deep he would have fallen. Yeah, and that's just a little dog, you know, a little, like, 18-pound dog. So
you know,
I think
back to the disappearances.
Yeah.
I mean, you have natural occurrences, whether they fall down a ravine, or they die of heat exhaustion or thirst, or something tragic happens and they can't get out, they're by themselves, or whatever. And we always think, you know, well, maybe Bigfoot, you know, has done it. And I think that's a very rare occurrence.
I do too.
But you also, if you're going to think about cryptids, you also have to think about trolls, gnomes, fairies. I mean, there's all kinds of them out there that have the folklore or the history of taking people.
What's the one that somebody had said? Is it? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Buckwas, Bukwas, I believe. Have you ever heard of that? Buckwas, I think it is.
No.
Supposedly little. They look like maybe like a cross between a Sasquatch and a human. Well,
kind of like a pugwudgie.
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
Kind of like a pugwudgie.
No, because they're more human looking than a pugwudgie. I guess.
They're the ones that kind of look like little Ewok looking things, like little mini Sasquatches.
Yeah, but I think they're more human looking, supposedly.
Wow.
And they're sometimes they'll be dressed in like skins and jewelry that they'll make through, like, out of things of the forest, but they're supposedly very violent and evil. But I never heard anything about them until somebody had claimed that they saw it on one of my videos on the Olympic Peninsula.
Oh,
like, I don't know. I've never even heard of them before that. You know, this is where, like, talking about, like, how your beliefs change, because there's so many things that, like, it's cool to think, you know, as a little girl, it's cool to think, oh, there's fairies, you know, that how fun is that? You know,
Right.
and there's
Little
like
Tinkerbell.
a little
Yeah.
cute little like, but they're supposedly
Mhm.
not like that at all.
Oh yeah,
And
they're mean. Yes.
yeah, like I
Most
don't
fairies
want
are mean.
Mine
and
was nice in my dream.
yeah, well maybe see. Yep. Yeah.
But in the groups that we hang out in, you know, online or whatever, everybody always goes to the, you know, Bigfoot or dog man because that's on everybody's radar. Everybody's
Mhm.
talking about Bigfoot and dog man all the
Yeah.
time. But
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
all these other subcategories of, like, we're just talking about elves and fairies and
Mhm.
trolls and gnomes, and I mean it just goes on and on. I mean there's so many possibilities out there that you can't always pin it on the two main top subjects that we always talk about.
Right. Right. Well, and
Mhm.
then, and you know, and speaking of a download of information, here's something I was like, well, I'm probably not going to talk about this with Carol and Jane, but yet here I go.
Oh,
Okay.
bring it. Bring
Here
out
we
the
go.
truth. Bring it.
Here we
Come
go.
on. Let us know.
So a good friend of mine, well, she's a good friend now. At the time, I didn't know her that well. She was an acquaintance. And she is known for, she's very gifted seer. And but she has very strong opinions, and because she is very gifted and usually right. Okay. So but that's, you know, she definitely butts heads with people, but so I know that she has a strong personality, and I don't want to butt heads with her because I don't know what she knows, right? So she said, she had told me and a couple other people, like in this, in a like a women's research group, that her favorite are dogmen, because she has this uh clan. They don't refer, she said they don't, it's not a pack, it's a clan of dogmen, very similar to my Sasquatch. Say they're a clan, and that are in her, on her property. And she said they show such love, and they're so protective, and you know, and she just loves them so much, and they're so beautiful. And I'm like, wow, that's similar, like they say, like man's best friend, you know, like a dog. Okay.
Right.
So one night I'm just sitting there watching a movie with my family, and I get in trouble now with having an adult daughter. Like, why are you on your phone? Why are you always on your phone? And I'm like, so I have to make sure I'm not on my phone. I'm paying attention to the television, which is hard for me anyway with my ADHD all over the place, especially like I can be watching something, right? And I have no idea what's happening or what's going on because my brain's somewhere else. Yeah. But anyway, so sitting there watching this movie, and in pops this vision of this beautiful, all right, she looked like she had the head of like a black German shepherd. Okay, but no markings like a German shepherd. Have you ever seen like a solid black German shepherd? Okay.
Yes.
I have.
And and her fur was like undulating. It was like long, beautiful black, like silky, but she had like the body of a woman. I mean, I could only see her from probably like just below her waist up. And she had this beautiful like choker on that was blue. It had like a diamond. No, I'm sorry, a pearl. And there were, I guess, diamonds around it. And she had this accent because she spoke to me and I could hear this. And it was kind of like maybe Austrian, Moldova, like definitely like an Eastern European, but I can't for sure like say. And she said to me, she said her name, and she said, I am Queen. And I'm not going to say her name because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do it anyway.
Right.
And she said, because I want to ask my friend if I can reveal all this. And she said, I am Queen R, let's say Queen R. And I want you to give a message to your friend. And she said her name. And I'm like, okay. And I mean, and then she said, she is putting her clan in danger because she continues to go out and do things that she should not be doing. So her clan, who are there protecting things in the realm, but that's not the word she used. I don't remember. There was like like in that area. They're there protecting, and they are continuously, because she goes and puts herself in danger. They're like have to be watching her, and they're supposed to be watching, standing guard or whatever. So she's like, and you need to tell her to stop calling us dog men and dog people. We're
dog
not
people.
We are wolf dog people.
Oh.
And she said, and it is very like offensive to us to be referred to as dog people. And then she was like, dog people, like as if dog people were a lower life form. And I'm like, I don't even, like, I literally didn't even know anything about dog people. I swear, until this, like, I started having my encounters with the Sasquatch here, and I'm talking to people, and they're like, what about dog people? I'm like, is that even a thing? Like, that's how
forest dogs.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even
dogs.
think they're like a bat squatch or something. Like, I didn't know it was a thing. So I'm like, I think, I'm in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh. Now and she's like, and do it. And she like growled at me. Like, and do it. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Right. How am I going to do this? And this woman is going to think I'm crazy, and she's going to get really pissed at me, and she's probably going to be like, I'm not having anything to do with you, and then tell all the people that I'm crazy and that and how offended she is. Because who am I? I mean, this is like some stuff like, okay, first of all, stop doing this, and then all right. So I was like, oh, I just have to do it. Just like, let's just, do it. I'm just going to get this over with. It seemed like this queen was not messing around with me. I don't know, So I messaged my friend, and she was like, oh my gosh. She's like, I know exactly what she's talking about, because she had been going into an area that is dangerous. And she said, I was thinking nothing's going to happen to me going into this area because I'm protected. She's like, I'm protected through prayer, and I'm protected by my dog men. But I said, well, that's what this queen said. And she said, oh my gosh, and this isn't even like, this would be fear from natural things. Like, there's a lot of crime in that area. There's a lot of bad people that hang out in this area that she goes to, that live in the woods or whatever, and it is dangerous. And so that was the first thing. And then I'm like, okay, and one more thing she said, like, that they're not, like, they don't refer to themselves as dog people, they refer to themselves as wolf dog people, and she wants you to stop doing that. So my friend's like, okay, well, I'm going to talk to Kent, who is her this dog man that she has mind speak with, not all the time, but occasionally. I'm going to ask him about that. Well, the next day she messaged me and she said, you're right. He said, you're right. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Even Bigfoot shares. They don't like the name Bigfoot. They like Sabe or forest people, or just Sasquatch, but
forest people.
Forest people is what they actually prefer. So that does make sense. Don't call me a dog man.
Yeah.
So
but then
forest dogs. Yeah.
So now I wonder, is there a hierarchy? Is there like where the queen is there servants going down to soldiers? Maybe the soldiers are maybe more dog men than wolf dog is.
Well, I know Pops has a clan of dog men. I was saying dog men.
Well, I said to
Pops
him,
has a clan of wolf dog people.
I wonder.
Gene that's in chat, and they are protective and they're friendly with them.
Yes, and they're healers too.
Yes,
they're healers, and they're protective, and they're healers. And so, because when Pops told me that, I was like, I messaged him and I said, hey, and I'm just telling you, I don't know. Like, I'm just telling you what. Now there are, and this was where all of a sudden one day, a couple months later, this is where it's almost like you get a download of information, and it's
Mhm.
all this information is like plopped right in your head, and like I am being not even told, because it's all there. It's like I can tell you now the history of the dog, the wolf dog people, and just briefly, they like originated in Europe, and they do, like you said, like Daryl, like you were saying, there is like a hierarchy. There's different not realms and not kingdoms. There's a different word for it.
Different dimensions.
No, it's not even that. It's more like on the earthly plane, like an old. It's an old word. But and they have like regiments. Yeah, regiments is that, and so then she would rule over like of armies, and that these things appeared in
So they each had their own little kingdoms, like
yes,
their own little territory.
Yeah, and but they're not. I mean, they're all over the world. Supposedly, it's not just that's just where they originated in Europe. And
you guys need to write a book. I want to hear more about this. I mean, seriously, because it's going to take me a while to say wolf dog compared to
yeah.
I got to retrain my brain.
Wolf dog man. And you can't really say wolf man. It sounds like a werewolf.
Yeah. And the thing is, well, yeah, and I guess there's different. I didn't get a download about werewolves because I don't really know about.
I wonder where they fit in compared to how they think.
I think they're totally different.
I don't know.
But what do the wolf dog men think about werewolves? What do they think about each other?
Wow.
I think that the wolf dogs, they think they are the spiritual. Wait, what did she call it? Like they're the divine beings, like Sasquatch, is what she said. They're divine beings. So. Now the dog men, for the most part, there are some natural born dog men, but most of the dog men that they originated in, like test tubes or whatever. It was messing around with DNA. Okay. And I mean, and this was in Asia, this is all over the world, that they were basically bred as weapons. And the numbers got too high in the United States, so they had to release some of them because they had a lot in captivity, but they had to release some of them, and a lot of them. And there were some that then that were not able to be controlled because they supposedly are controlled with I don't know if it's something that is like implanted into them, or if it's like like I want to say like a collar. I don't know. I know this sounds so bizarre.
We're gonna have to get more into this. I like this. I wish I would have known this. We could have made a whole different thumbnail. I was like, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
You are. Yeah, Pop says dogmen do not like werewolves.
Yeah.
And then we do have a question. You start the question. You want me to pull it up, or you pull it up? Because Gary had a question.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it? All right, I'll get it.
I'm too involved in the wolf dog man conversation.
I think that's right there. Does the queen use the word as a construct describing the area she was in?
No. She never really said, as far as she didn't refer to a particular area. If that answers your question.
How many queens are there?
I don't know.
How many little sections are?
I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't given that.
This opens up a whole can of worms. I got so many questions.
Well, Brian does too. Is that it?
What?
I'm not pronouncing that.
Cynocephali. No.
Cynocephali is just another word for dog man.
Oh, all right. I was talking about an area.
Well, they're because they're the people from that had these like dog. It could be. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like
Saint Christopher.
Yes, supposedly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Saint Christopher.
Well, maybe he was their priest.
I don't know, because I wasn't given that. Like I was not given that much information.
See,
I was
inquiring
given,
minds want to know. We got to get down to the bottom of this.
I know it was more like I was given more information about the dogmen in the United States. And I don't know if it was because she was basically like warning, and this is all came from this queen. And I don't know if she was warning me about what to watch out for,
Right.
you know, in the woods here. But because I know, but there are definitely, I guess you'd say wolf dog people here because I can see them.
What makes you wonder when St. Christopher was around, did they actually call him a dog man back in the old days?
Yeah.
You don't know. They could have had a certain name for them back then. Because he wasn't looked at like a weirdo. You know, I mean, they were in the society together.
Yeah.
And I'm still wondering if the land of Canaan in the Bible was Canaanites and they were the dog men.
Could
it
be.
It just kind of fits together.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
It was common. If you see a dog man walking down the street, they didn't scream and holler. They were a part of the society back then.
Yeah.
All right. We either need to channel this queen.
I know.
You're not supposed to channel anything.
You know what's funny? No, I don't want to. No,
I wouldn't channel the queen.
I'll get in trouble from her. You know what's funny? Is she's the one that comes. Like mine speaks with me the most, and it's just it'll be in quick little like things, and it's always a message for my friend. I'm like, can you like have a message for me for my set? Oh, but she's no nonsense, and like she just, you know, like when I went to Catholic school when I was you know when I'm in like a little girl, and it just gives me that feeling like. Like I'm so afraid of her, and I don't know why. Like I like, oh, you know.
I keep thinking, don't get the queen mad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to send you a list of questions that when she contacts you, you can slip one in once in a while, see if she answers.
Okay. Yeah. I no, really, that's because I and it's just so weird because I don't know, like where did this stuff come from? And then what's bizarre is that when you'll be talking to someone that has some knowledge and they're like, oh no, that's right. Like, how did you know that? Like, I don't know, got put in my head. I don't know. There's no explanation for it.
Because I mean, now I'm thinking, you know, if you take the UK and the kings and queens and their they have a, you know, a parliament and they have their high society over there. Is there such a thing in their clan and their lives? Is there a king? There's a queen. Is there a king? Is there a prince?
I got the impression that she was the top, like the queen is the top. And I'm not saying like of the world, but like of her whatever area. Right. See, and Barb is the worst person to give details like this to. Anyway, because I'm like, oh my God, look how pretty her black hair is. It's like flowing. And look at how pretty she is. And like, yeah. But yeah, worst person. Sorry. Oh, I almost said her name. Sorry,
Lori says, don't listen to me. I'll get you in trouble.
Wait, no. I did. Her name is Queen Regina. I did just get, like she did. I just got her like a
Queen Regina.
Like I'm able to say that. Queen
Regina.
Oh. Yeah, Queen Regina. So anyway.
Queen Mary was look how long Queen Mary of England was in charge and the other women. I mean, so
yeah, and I don't know if, you know, you figure like if like in terms of like I think Sasquatch live like I don't know who knows even like I really feel that they're like a combination, definitely human hybrid, you know, but well, back in the days of, you know, in the early days of the Bible, they lived like hundreds of years.
Right.
So
we don't know how long they actually.
I mean, I would assume that as a Sasquatch could live 1,000 years or maybe 3,000. I don't know. I mean, how do you put a number on it when we don't really know that much?
Yeah.
Right. I don't think anybody's going to know.
We're only a speck in their time. Our timeline is only a little speck in there. So how do we know?
Pop said, he said his clan told him that they don't go by years like us. They go by seasons.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So they look at themselves differently.
Yes. I'm trying to figure out. I'm sorry if speaking of dogs, if my dog barks.
Don't worry about it.
I'm like,
My
oh no, or
father's
how do I?
snoring next to me.
Yeah, look at that. Queens are dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Off with his head.
Yeah.
That's
And
where
you know,
Blummies come in.
the funniest part about one of the things that is so oh boy ironic is that, like, again, I didn't know about dogmen. No offense, dogmen, wolf dog people. I don't really, that's not my thing.
That
You
just
know,
got
so I'm like,
popular
do I
several
have to
years
like
ago.
get so much information about it? Like, you
Mhm.
know, I need answers about anyway.
That's something new. Like, 10, 15 years ago, you rarely heard anything about dogmen. All of a sudden, it's dogman this, dogman that. I'm going, what?
Mhm. Yeah.
And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, it's pug wedgies and the W's and the SW,
Yeah.
the things that we can't
Yeah.
say.
Yes.
There's all kinds of little cryptids out there now. It used to be just
Yeah.
Bigfoot. Goodness sakes.
Yeah. And it's
Now we got so
like,
many we can't keep up
it's
with them.
overwhelming, and
Yeah.
it's so much. And I have to say, one of the things that I really learned the time we spent out on the Olympic Peninsula is that there's so much energy, and and it feels so different in the woods. And it just annoys me how my husband and I can go into a certain area and I'm like, oh, do you feel that? And he's like, no. And I'm like, how do you not feel that?
Like
that's
me and
so
Daryl.
Yeah.
I feel something and he don't. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so like oppressive. Like I
Mhm.
can't even stand to be no.
Are you sensitive to knowing that is malevolent and dark, and to get out of there? You can pick up that energy compared to being around the good presence of your
Yes.
clan being lovely.
Yes.
In other words.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Now,
think
just to
so.
make it clear, even with the queen thing or whatever, if it's a
Yes.
malevolent evil,
Yes.
you'd be picking it up and rebuking it.
Yes, definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Oh.
Yeah, they're matriarch. Yes, matriarchy. Yes. Yeah.
Then
You think-
Lori says, do you think maybe they're preparing you to see one?
That could be.
Oh, yeah, possibility.
Because
Yeah.
I know, yeah, because I've not. I'll tell you, we saw we both saw these things. We thought that they were like gray wolves up on the Olympic Peninsula,
Hmm.
but it was like, wait a minute, no, because of how they're like, at first they look like wolves running around, but then it was like standing up on two legs, and one was just kind of like had its front paws, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't see. They were too far away to see such detail, but that behavior was more like human, but the rest of it was like wolves. And neither of us, I can't say for sure. I don't know if that's what I don't know what that was.
Right.
Maybe it was. Supposedly there are gray wolves, but I feel like where we're at and where we saw them, if there was actually a pack of wolves, I feel like there would be more evidence left of them. Like they'd be coming after things, and there wouldn't be just deer like grazing around, unbothered. So I don't know. That could be. That very well could be.
All I know is I think you better study on your etiquette, and when the queen shows up, brings you to court, you better say, yes, your highness. And I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to handle that. I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know. It's so weird too, and that's like something that I don't even like. I talked to my husband a little bit about it, but not really, because he's like, oh, here we go with Barb again, but but these things have always, and it's like, these things have always happened, and he knows. Like, he used to say, like, are you a witch? I'm like, I'm absolutely not a witch. No.
One of them.
It's just,
no.
Just the way.
I know what I'm going to be thinking about the rest, and I'm going to be drilling this whole concept in my head all night long now.
You're going to make up a song for Barb about her queen.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna be in so much trouble with Queen Regina. But let's see. Yeah.
Pop says, "Don't stare at them. Look down."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't look him in the eye. See, that's another. Now we got rules that we got to follow.
You know what? Too like when I'm thinking about when I was thinking about this, like she did not look directly in my eyes except when like she comes in close. And then it was like, you know, and like psychically almost I guess you can like I could feel like the the energy. But I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. I just wish that's what I say to my friend. I'm like, I wish that somebody would talk to me as much as Queen Regina is always coming and telling about, and all these cryptic messages like you tell her to do this and and you.
Well, at least your friend confirmed it. So
yes.
It's not like, what are you talking about, Barb? You're crazy. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
She confirmed and received
and
that.
She does confirm everything. And
right.
It's weird because because I think that my friend is an important, like, what would you call, like, an ambassador sort of, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Of the wolf dog people. And maybe I'm, an ambassador for the Sasquatch. If I can get a little bit further with them, I don't know.
I'm going to try to say wolf dog people or wolf dog men.
It could, but there are dog men, so it could be.
I know, it depends on where I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to say Barb said the queen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with it.
Yeah. It's just it really is one of the things that I've learned. This is because is the sense of humor that the Sasquatch have. It's very like mischievous. I don't mean I've never had anything aggressive, not mean spirited.
Same here. I haven't had anything aggressive yet. Just
so
weird,
mischievous,
crazy things that you can't explain. Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. I like, for instance, and I released this on a video. We were not here for the 4th of July. We were out on the coast. And the only explanation that I can think of what they were doing was showing me what was going on here on the 4th of July. Now, we've been here on the 4th of July in the past, and it's like just because we're on the Puget Sound, and as far as the eye can see, you can see firework displays because people will, they'll go buy fireworks and take turns putting them on. Not really even taking turns, just do whatever you want.
Right.
There's so many of them. And when we came home, and it was our first night home, and I was watching the cameras. Now, I was watching the cameras when I was gone too. So I know that they were not doing anything on the cameras. But what I saw is it literally looked like as if they're sitting there and these lights are going over them. And some of them had were holding like a light in a hand, and like an orb would pop out. It was just wild. Like, are they showing me? That's the only explanation, because it was only that one night too. That one night that was our first night home, where they like, oh, look what we learned or what we saw when you were gone. This is what you missed. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will have, what, speaking of like being on, I'm going to see if my husband will come on a show, because I think he's about ready. Yeah. Because he started to have, and he's the skeptic, and like has to the point of like everything, which makes sense. Every single thing else has to be knocked out before we can even consider the possibility of it's a Sasquatch. But now,
if he's ever ready, we will welcome him in, and we will have the kid gloves on and go through all this stuff.
We'll be gentle with.
We were all there at one time. It's like,
yeah. I remember the first one of the first podcasts I did. It was with Brian Bland. He does like the Pork and Bean show, and he's so funny. Such a sense of humor, so sarcastic. And some of the things he was saying, like, you have to be prepared. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, because I was really at that point, I was like, no, this is just a big ape that is living. This is not, they are not what you're saying. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But here I am talking about freaking Queen Regina visiting me. Oh,
Pops, I was gonna ask Barb this very same question.
Not that I am aware of.
You and they go out and pray.
They talk about, like, they refer to themselves as a clan, definitely. I pray every night, and so, but I'll have to go. You should
go out and pray.
I'll have to go out.
Yeah.
Because I was told that especially around a full moon, that's when the veil is very thin, speaking of and that a lot of evil can come in, that they have to deal with that. And we talked about this before, certain frequencies in music can help boost their energy. So
Pops has asked them to pray with you.
Yeah, I definitely.
Pops knows that his Bigfoot and dog man, I can't say dog man anymore. He knows.
Well, he might
protecting him. Yeah,
he might. Yeah,
pray with them.
Yeah, because I can't say for sure. They a couple things that I've been tracking that are still weird. But when I was let's see, last July, I was hit by this. At first, I thought it was like infrasound, because I've had that before. Well, I don't know, whatever it is, whatever I had the very first time that I was grunted at, when I had that weird feeling of being very dizzy and just kind of like out of it.
Yeah, like you got zapped, right?
Yeah. So I thought that that's what happened, but I feel like this was different, and they were actually, now I don't know if this was Sasquatch. I don't know what it was. Something was like draining energy from me when I was out there, like on the Olympic Peninsula, or maybe not even draining energy, like taking, like they knew one of my insulin resistance used to be really high. So I have to keep my blood sugar stable. And what they were doing, what was happening was my blood sugar was going so low, so fast, that I was just like passing out, and I was completely like incapacitated.
Right.
And this was only happening out there when we were out there on the Olympic Peninsula. Yeah. And I'm working with my doctor, and he finally said, maybe you had some kind of like a little, what do you say, like a little infection going on or something, because he couldn't. So I started wearing a continuous glucose monitor so I could always have it. But you know what? Like when you go through, when you have something like that, oh my gosh, the anxiety now that I have surrounding that, because like literally, like all of a sudden it would take over, and I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I'd have to like yell for my husband, I'm having an episode. And then within a minute, no, not even a minute, within 30 seconds, I would faint, like just faint. I could feel it coming on. And so I started to track, now that I've gotten stronger and I have the continuous glucose monitor, and I'm doing all the things. I started to track, like when last time we were out there was in April, and I was hiking, and I'm like, okay, when I'm in this area and I'm feeling this negative energy, is this affecting my blood sugar? And it was making it go down.
Wow.
But what I found here is that if I'll go out toward them here, it'll like a spike, there'll be like a spike in my blood sugar. Now, so like they know, do they know that that's what I need? Like, I don't know. Or maybe it's My daughter's taking my grandson, the baby, and like sticking him in the door. Oh my God, so cute. He's just a teen. Yeah, he's 2 months old. Well, he's gonna be 3. He's 3 months old actually.
Tell her to bring him in.
Yeah. Haley, you can bring him on if you want. I don't know.
Yeah, we can see him.
But okay, yeah. Oh my God, he's so freaky.
This is not a normal podcast.
Yeah, he's so cute. Okay, here we go. Here's Luca. Baby Luca.
Hey, baby.
This is Grammy's been keeping herself busy with baby Luca.
Oh, Barbie precious.
And I take him out and on the deck, and we stand looking at the forest. I don't know.
You say, Mom, get me out of here.
Yeah, what's going
Mom,
on?
help me.
He's so sweet.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Oh, he's okay. He's fine. Yeah. So, yeah, that's something that I want to explore that more because, like if something's consistently happening, and it's consistently happening around that situation, then I just feel like we can't say, oh, it's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence.
Right.
Right.
And I mean, Pops has talked about how they've healed him.
Yes. And they're still healing him.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing Pops little by little.
Yeah. Yes.
So, yes, he swears that they're the ones that's healing him.
Yeah. Tom Cantrell would say that that they definitely healed him, his knee and his heart. And he said he remembered one night that that he was having a really hard time breathing. And like he thought like this is going to be it. And he was on like a camp out, but they were, I forget how many like hours from a hospital. And he could feel this like almost like an electrical surge in his heart. And then a friend or somebody that was not into the tent with him, but like said they could see like lights in his tent, like when this is happening. And then the next morning he was just so much better. And again, like,
wow.
Yeah. So I definitely think.
Are you hearing any frequencies in your ears and buzzing? I mean, what's Washington like over there? Chemtrails or how are your towers, your flock cameras and all that fun stuff?
We have chemtrails. Where I am on the, where we live, it's very rural and we don't have a lot of that, which is good. Right. We do have, the 5G, like the coverage. But this is more like, so I can't say that it's here with the frequency that I would get affected by it. Now on the Olympic Peninsula, even more remote, like even more. So there's no source of that sort of weird like energy there. So I think it's just naturally occurring. And then I could go into different parts because there's, different trails, different parts, and I could go into different parts and it's just like a whole different feeling.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to log all that and track it. I've never heard anybody talk about how they feel or what their blood pressure, their blood sugar, any of that stuff affected as they go out or before and after they have experiences or
more of these guys should do that. Yeah.
And I wonder if I wonder if it's something like where people say, oh, I got hit by infrasound. Is it something that is physically being attacked in your body and you don't have a way to measure it, at the time? The last time it happened to me, and that was only the second time that it occurred here at our house, at the house, at our house, our like main, whatever, at our house. And my daughter said to my husband, like, just call an ambulance, because one of the things that my doctor said was, when you're having this, it would be good to have like a snapshot medically because they don't last that long.
Right.
And so we called the ambulance. They came, my blood sugar was actually fine when they got here, but when they took me to the hospital, did all kinds of tests on my heart and, and everything, and nothing, everything was fine. And as I was leaving, my blood sugar started to go down again. So, cause I'm like, whoa, what the heck? But so like Now, I don't know, I don't know. Is that something just, maybe it's something that if I was constantly being kind of like, hit with it out there on the Olympic Peninsula, it's almost like now it's a weak spot, in my body. I don't know, but it's been fine since then. And that's, thank you, Lord. It's been it's been over 2 months, like 2.5 months. So
I mean, I'd also like to know, like, okay, if there's an active vortex or portal in an area, how does that affect the human body and what does it do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
We all need to get those watches that tell our blood pressure and all that stuff so we can have a record.
Yeah, I have an Aura ring.
You have an Aura ring?
That tells your blood pressure, like your blood pressure, your my pulse rate.
Right.
But so it is, and then with having the continuous glucose monitor, which I wear on my arm, so it really does give you a snapshot of but it's still not that same thing with, like we're saying, like that energy, that energy feeling. I just feel like it's people are really you know what, and hey, maybe they're the lucky ones. If you can go out in the forest and you can not have any, or anywhere and not have any of this, great. That's good. Like, I kind of sometimes wish, that's how it was, right? Then just go and I don't feel anything. Everything feels normal. That'd be great, but it's not the way it is for all of us.
So you're not hearing ringing in your ears. I have for years too, Brian, and it used to be just one ear, a couple pitches. Now I have a few different. Now it's on the right ear, and sometimes I hear a wah, 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 like something's pulsating. If I went to the doctor, I know right away within 5 minutes, oh, you got tinnitus. They're just labeling all of this and telling every thousands of people they have tinnitus. No, what's causing it? What is the cure? What's the cover up? Too many people are hearing ringing. And I think it's frequencies. It's something that they're doing. I don't know if it's the HARP, 5G towers. Thank you, Brian, for mentioning that.
No,
well,
definitely.
Some people say depends on what side you're hearing. There could be two different tones. One could be a download. You're receiving something. I mean,
they are different tones here. Right.
Yeah.
And it's not like a ringing of the ear that shows up and disappears. This is nonstop.
Yes. Yeah. And then the fact that you're saying it's like different tones.
It's different tones, different pitches
you're hearing.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess
like Blazer said, everyone has tinnitus at the same time.
Right.
There's too many people that has this now.
Yeah. I have not, that could be why, maybe, I don't know, when I go to anywhere where it's crowded, like cities, hate, like I cannot wait to leave. I can't wait. I can't stand it.
Right.
We don't get out much.
It's like
no.
It's an overload.
Yeah. Get our stuff and get back home. Yes.
You're right. Yeah. Because the more that you're out of it,
I used to love going out and shopping and stuff, especially when you was working and we had kids around. I kind of enjoyed it. Now there's too much bad energy I'm feeling off of people. I'm too much of a sensitive and I sense it off of people. I'm going, I can't be around these strange people. I got to go home. I can feel it off of them.
I quit watching. I quit watching TV for about a month or 2 months. That one period, I was trying to do the health thing and get out of all that. And I went back and I started watching a movie. It's like I was so lost. I could not keep up with it's just almost like a stimulus overload. I just could not keep up with what was going on. Too many things were moving around. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yep. Yeah. There, I feel like there's certain like television shows and there's certain movies that is exactly what it is. It's like too much.
I avoid it altogether.
Yeah.
I'm upstairs watching our 24/7 camera streams or listening to a podcast. He's upstairs watching, TV and stuff. And I'm not a TV person anymore.
Gun smoking bonanza isn't really.
Gun smoking bonanza or my three sons.
Men's brains and women's brains, like our brains definitely behave different when we're watching something like that. You know, they get more into the like, what do they say? Like the brain waves are just smooth out. With us, we're like, oh, look at all this stuff, and I'm too into this. So yeah, you have to be very discriminatory of like what you're listening to and what you're watching.
I went upstairs the other day and it was black and white, and I went, my three sons? I said, oh my gosh, it was a flashback of when I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's up there watching My Three Sons.
I was watching Father Knows Best, actually.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You had My Three Sons on one night, weren't
I did have My Three Sons on, too.
And then, then the other night, it was Father Knows Best.
Yeah, but just, it does seem like it was just a kindler, gentler time. I don't know. What? Did somebody say something? What?
Oh, there's a private joke going on.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to have to type something to Blazer and Lori. I love our chat. It's been an hour and a half. We haven't even shown anything of Barb.
I know, because I didn't open my mouth about Queen Regina. Darn it.
Oh, we were talking about praying and good things about the Bigfoot and Sasquatch are not just all evil and nasty. Yeah, there's bad ones out there. I know there are.
Yeah.
But just because we have plans around here and we're hearing things doesn't mean that they're evil.
Yes.
They would have came up and threw a rock at me or something. You don't know. Yes. I think they were liking my instruments, honestly. And that's what started my journey.
They're curious. Yeah.
I didn't think anything would be around here. I thought they were out in the mountains in the west, but now I'm finding out they're all over the place. And then I learned, since we're right next to the river, mile and a half from the Illinois River, that's what I've been hearing. And I honestly think that I didn't hear sounds for years. We've been here for 22 years. It was just when I started music and playing my handpan and stuff.
Drew them in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it drew them in.
I think there's a lot of mining and caves definitely in your area too, underground.
Probably.
That they could probably, travel.
Well, there's so much forest going up and down the Illinois River. You don't really know what's in there. Farmers don't go in there and investigate their forest.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't go in the rivers. There's river monsters.
Yeah. Oh, that's way more scary to me. Like, that's very scary. I feel like, don't you think like people just need to, I don't know, open your mind if it seems like.
We're very near Starved Rock.
Wow.
I used to go to Matheson all the time. I like Matheson better than Starved Rock because there's horse trails. I don't like people.
Yeah.
Down below where the dells are and stuff, we always took to horse trails.
Oh,
and there's one time we went there real early, and I could have sworn I heard something up on the cliff, and I right away said, "We're not going this way. We're supposed to go this way." And I didn't tell my two girls. I said, "Let's go this way and into the waterfall."
I mean, people don't realize it, but Illinois, and it's probably like every state, but Illinois, everybody talks about Starved Rock and all that, but there is so many state parks and natural places to go that it's just like you cannot even believe it. It's Illinois. Everybody says straight, flat cornfields. You get in the river valleys and all these parks where you have waterfalls and all kinds of valleys, and it's amazing. And it's all the way from southern Illinois all the way to the top, getting close to Lake Michigan and Wisconsin. I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah. So he said he stayed overnight. You must have stayed at the Starved Rock Lodge, which is a gorgeous lodge.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we've been there. Yeah, I was there. And I felt like that was a situation where I felt there was weird energy hiking in that area. Did you feel that? Like
Starved Rock?
Yeah.
I've only gone to Starved Rock once, and that was years ago. Like I said, where the lodge is, Starved Rock is kind of north, but Matheson, you take that road down, Matheson is just lower. They're connected. But I preferred Matheson. We went there many, many times compared to the Starved Rock area. And I try to stay away from Starved Rock because we had a friend that lost a child there. He went over
my gosh.
And yes, he got too close. And I have just avoided Starved Rock ever since then. I took my girl to Matheson and just hit the horse trails.
Yeah. Oh, What were
Well, besides, like I said, there's always natural things that happen. People fall
Yeah.
off edges. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
Right.
that happens at Starved Rock
Yeah.
Mhm.
and Matheson. But in 1969, there was actually Starved Rock murders.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So in one of the canyons,
Wow.
there was 3 ladies that were murdered, and that's a whole big rabbit hole you can go down. And
Oh, wow. Wow. I knew that historically there was some, there was some trauma, a lot of trauma there. Just on the
Right.
land, but I didn't realize. And I felt like that made me feel like claustrophobic, and like some of the spots, like I couldn't get enough air in my lungs. I don't know. Wow. Yeah, beautiful area. Beautiful. Like, oof, just amazing. But definitely a weird, strange. Now, my son and his wife and friends of theirs, when they lived in that area, they used to camp. I'm not sure where exactly. Is there a campground? I mean, they would say Starved Rock, but is it? I don't know if you would know, even if there's like anyway, they camped in that area. And they said that he said, my son said, if I ever heard what a Bigfoot like vocalizations at night, what he heard that night, he had no idea what well, all of them did. They didn't know what it was. It was really,
oh yeah.
Yeah. But
I haven't been up there in quite a few years. Well, our youngest she got married and moved out 10 years ago, so we've been kidless. And I think there's a few times the kids said, "Hey, let's go to Matheson." We all just kind of, it's a hot day or something.
Yeah. Because it is, I don't, and I don't remember. We lived in Illinois for like 18 months, I guess, before we moved here to Washington State. Yeah, that's where we were living. So
I just sit in my backyard and listen to sounds now.
Yeah. There's nights when I'll watch your camera. If I, I'm just laying there like, what am I going to do? I'll, watch your cameras. It's fun. Good stuff.
Yeah, it is. I'm waiting for the cooler weather because that's when I start hearing the noises and the whoops or whistles or strange howls. Right now, I think it's way too hot. They're probably, down there at the Illinois River in the woods trying to keep cool. I don't hear much in the summertime.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's definitely, especially when the weather, when
it's too hot.
Warmer,
yeah.
It's very, it's quiet here too. Yeah. Really quiet. And it's, strange and kind of like, looking forward to hearing more because it's been quiet. Even the August 1st, I got, there we go. I got that pretty decent, I thought at the time vocals, but it's, it was like crap when I listened to it with my naked ears or whatever,
Right.
Because I think that's something else people discount. Well, this goes back to like what we were talking about. Like there's a lot of things that happen that we just don't hear. We should hear them. I'm surprised by that. Like how many things that I should have heard it. It's certainly loud enough that I should hear it. Whether I'm like filming or whatever. It's wild.
That's a weird situation because there's a lot of things we don't hear, but our recorders pick up and we hear it later.
Yeah.
Then there's things that we hear that, like you just said, should have been really loud and came up good, and then the recorder doesn't hardly hear it at all, or it's kind of muffled a little, or
that's happened to me
there at all.
I was outside.
It sounds different.
Yeah.
It sounds different. Yeah.
Even like last year, I took the dog out. I could hear something loud and clear. I went back to the 24/7, scrolled back, and I said, what was that? But you can barely hear. You couldn't hear it the way I heard it.
Yeah.
And everyone just kept saying, "Oh, that's a coyote," or "That was an owl." And I kind of went, "Coyotes and owls do not sound." You're like, "Whoa!" I mean, you heard one of the recordings.
Yeah, and I thought
not
it was
a coyote, fox,
Sasquatch. No.
I don't know.
No. If you can rule, no, definitely. No, to me, it sounded like a human doing that.
Right.
Like, because there really is
that in the morning
element of it sounds like as if a human is mimicking something.
Right. And who's on the edge of the cornfield at 2:00 in the morning? I don't think so.
Yeah.
And why would somebody be doing that unless like they're going to mess with you, which you would know, like
Right.
you'd know, because who's going to, somebody's
Right.
not going to mess with you, and they need gratification to let you know that they're messing with you. You know, it's that is one thing, and I think particularly the juveniles are getting here anyway. They're getting much more vocal, like during the daylight hours, than I've ever experienced before, and it's wild. And what I love is when there's corroboration, because you know I'm hearing things, but if I'm not getting it, because obviously you can't have it. I wish I could have it. Cameras or my recorder going like 24/7, but not possible. But when like for instance, there was this one day I'm like, this sounds like a human pretending that they're a bird, and I was hearing it. Finally I started to record it, and because I was having a hard time recording it, it would stop, like you can hear it, and then okay, turn on my recorder and it stops. But once I got it on once I started recording it, then it was just doing it. But I kind of forgot about it because I thought I really, really want to study this, and I want to probably run it through I have, a program that I have to see where is this, as far as like, is this something that could be explained away? Then 2 days later, kind of forgot about it though, honestly, because it was like, there's a lot of explanations for this. 2 days later, my husband came in and he said, he goes, oh, I got to tell you, he's like, the weirdest thing. I'm hearing this. It sounds like a person pretending that they're a bird. And he's like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what? Like, that's so cool when you have corroboration like that, And then I think it was the next day, because he couldn't get to record it, because every time he would turn on his phone, it would stop. The next day, my son-in-law was coming home, and he heard it. He was hearing it with my husband too. Now, my son-in-law was a state park ranger. It's like he has a lot of, also both of them have a lot of experience out in the woods and like what things sound like, and he said, because he came in and he said, oh, your dad, and he said to my daughter, he said, your dad and I are trying to record something. And she's like, what are you recording? And he said, oh, this it sounds like a human pretending that they're a bird, or like a man pretending like they're a bird. And I was like, what? Again? Yeah.
I've heard geese like 2 o'clock in the morning, sounding like geese. And I know geese are down there at the river, and I'm thinking they don't sound like a coyote or something that is messing with them.
Yeah.
They normally just go, huh? I'm going, yeah, it kind of sounds like a goose, but that just did not sound like geese. And I've heard it a few different times.
Yeah. Well, it also could be, what I found here is that like, if I think it's, the Sasquatch, if they're messing with them, because if they're just like, floating along, we have there's a few months that we'll just have geese here just on the sound, just like, having babies, whatever, floating along, just, doing whatever. And overnight, they're not just, honking and having, making all these noises and stuff. But I do feel like once in a while that the Sasquatch will mess with them. And this is quite a bit. I'm not sure what else would be messing with them. Like, I could be totally wrong, but I don't know what else would be, because this is with, enough frequency that I think that's what it is. Plus then you get the, I'll hear the sounds. It sounds like, something throwing rocks, like, big rocks into the water, or just splashing onto the water. So, don't know for sure. My husband keeps saying, we should maybe we should like a game camera down at the water. I kind of think that we should. But then also, but my fear is I don't want to have so many cameras on them that they're like, you know what, we're out of here. I don't want to, because
I don't think they get real close to my house anymore, but they do know, like in the fall, they'll go to the bedroom window because there's no camera over there. Yeah. And, kind of make noises or tap or make a strange sound.
Well, they know how to avoid cameras if they want to. And they know, even if they walked right in front of it, they know how to not show up on it.
Well, they could be our critters, a raccoon. We've heard stories of Sasquatch turning into raccoons, and some of these wild animals that I'm watching at night don't act like normal animals. And I have seen like a glitchy area at times. And I'm kind of thinking, there's a half time, but a few times you see like a glitch going by, and I'm going, okay, but you can't prove that.
No, but I've seen that happen. Like there was a deer one night, and I know I told you this.
One of my deer,
like, it looked glitchy.
My deer?
The deer. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was a while ago. Yeah, because I know, like, I think I messaged you the next morning.
Okay.
And I was like, it looked glitchy. Like, okay, hey, maybe it was nothing. Maybe that's what it was. But your cameras don't normally look glitchy like that.
Once in a while, you'll see a fox, running along the field, right? But then once in a while, it kind of like it blends out and it kind of disappears. I'm thinking, well, that must be the camera. No, now I'm thinking, did he just blend out when he was running across the field? Yeah, I that's why I can't go to bed till like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm stuck watching.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
People are sharing stories so much about trail cams or videos of like they'll see a deer and it turns into a dog, or the deer will turn into a bear, or
look at our little screech owl.
Who knows what they can transform into?
I still think that little screech owl shapeshifted into a cat.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was really weird.
See things like that? I don't know, like what, because an owl and a cat are not going to be in like the same frames, and then like that's not
right.
That's not how the natural laws work.
And that's on our channel, guys. Just click videos, not live, but click videos, and that tiny little screech owl that are only like 6, 7 inches. I swear it shapeshifted in that cat and then went back. Yeah. That was the most weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very weird. Very weird. I've had as now we have we do have not a lot of deer. We do have quite a bit. That would be the wildlife that shows up the most. And a couple times when they like run up the bank, it's like as they're running up, they get to this one spot and it looks like it's glitchy, and then it almost looks like they go like up on 2 legs, like they're bipedal, like what? But they're at that point, they're like into the wood line and you can't see anything else. So, maybe, I don't know, maybe it could be, I don't know. Right now we're trying to find good cameras that can do everything that I want them to do.
Right.
It's like almost impossible.
Right.
Like, why can't I just have my old cameras back? Because
I do like our real links though, because it is 16x zoom, and this field is not our field, but this field is very far. It don't look far on the cameras, even the trees and the train track. That actually takes several minutes. I can zoom all the way in
I'm
there.
gonna have to. All right, I'm gonna have to talk
I love our real links.
Yeah,
they
I'm gonna
zoom
have
in,
now,
they zoom out. Yeah.
Are they hardwired, or are they?
They can be either. They sell them either way, either wireless and have even solar panels to keep the batteries charged. You can put SD cards in them, or you can hardwire them to your player or your recorder.
All of ours are hardwired in. Okay. Even the ones on the other side of the barn. So I love the 16X. They're a little pricey. The 16X ones are, but that's where most of ours are, by the field. And I can zoom way in. I can't see much now because the fields are up now and the trees and everything. I like to zoom into the tree line in the fall and check things out.
How's the audio?
I love the audio. Yeah, I love our audios on the Real Link. Yeah. We only got 13 of them now. I just show 4 on the 24/7 though.
Link. Okay, I'll have to look, because we have landed back on Arlo, and I do like I feel like I do like the picture visually. Yeah. And I'm getting weird things that probably I didn't, but I don't know if the audio, sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not, but I also don't know what the element is that I feel like they have determined that they can mess with it, because usually when they're messing with it, and it's like this whooshing sound, almost like I we been, we were on the phone with Arlo, like, oh my gosh, how many times? And they said, oh, it's probably like a noise cancellation feature that's turning on automatically. And I'm like, should it be doing that? And they said, no, it shouldn't be doing that. Well, that's maybe what they're doing. And usually when that goes on, I'll hear other things that are being kind of like covered up, masked. So
see, we can turn off the infrared and just have black and white, which I do sometimes, but then turn the infrared on. Then you can see the rods and the giant skyfish and orbs and all that weird stuff. But yeah, these you can actually turn off the infrared if you want to. And then they'll probably show up because they know those lights are on. They can see the infrared.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Definitely. Yeah. I wonder if I should experiment with that one camera that I'd sent you guys, the frame. It's just one frame in one frame of the camera, that all that weird stuff is going on almost like every night. And they're so loud down there, which is they weren't before. And I'm like, oh my gosh, because I don't know, like now with the baby, like my daughter heard it the one night and I didn't tell her that I had gotten. I didn't tell her that. Yeah, because she's like, what was going on? Yeah, because she's very afraid. Like she believes it, but
It's all right, honey. It's just Sasquatch peeking in your window.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, that's what she's like. Oh, I'm never looking out the window.
I mean, that's like going into a haunted house for the first time and something happens and they say, oh, don't worry about it. It's just Uncle Bob or whatever.
Right.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Right. Somebody said on I think it was maybe my page, they said like they've showed you their babies, like the Sasquatch, because I've seen Sasquatch babies, the one like held it up. Now you have to take your baby, show me your baby, and my daughter's like, the hell you are.
And then just say, can I borrow him for a few minutes? I'll be right back.
I'm like, I'll take him out. I will take him out on the deck where it's safe distance. And I know that they're in there and they can view him, but like, I'm not going to take the baby into the woods and like, anyway, I would be more, would hate to like trip. That's what I would be more afraid of. It wouldn't be because I'm afraid they're going to do something, but still.
Right.
Well, you might just have to start a 24/7 also and have people, watching your backyard. Yeah. And yes, Blazer put up the link to 24/7. Thanks, guys. We do have a new stream. I had to shut that thing down and update the camera, and we updated all kinds of things. And I started the 24/7 stream back again.
Okay.
So then they can watch these weird things, but you got to consider it sometime. Because you got some orbs and rods and weird things that you come up on your videos.
Definitely. And I feel like I am just afraid of losing their, I'm afraid of losing their like trust. I don't want them to,
Right. I was concerned on that. That's why, they're probably distant, but I am relieved because yes, I can still hear the whoop, whistles, weird, strange noises and stuff. So they're still around. Yeah. And like we said, I bet they cloak and come close anyway.
Yeah.
They know when the cameras are on.
Yeah. The one that I hear most, that I was trying the audio, he is so close. We've tried to do experiments like how close to get that breathing and that loud. And it's so, because the cameras they sit about 8 feet off the one. I mean, we're on like a steep, incline or decline, whatever. And where I think he's probably 30 feet from the camera, but I don't know if it's just the lung capacity. He's just that like loud. But yeah, definitely knows how to always stay off the camera. That would be so amazing if I see him on the camera someday.
Right.
I don't even think I've ever actually seen him. Like as I've seen them here, I've seen quite a few. I'm going to guess maybe like probably 30 maybe. Obviously not at one time, but but I can't say that I've ever seen him because like for instance like Pops was saying like his clan, his what did he call not clan elder, the Alpha,
right,
is really tall and but yeah, that was one of the things with Mindspeak that I was given, like clan elder. He doesn't, it's not like they don't, this Sasquatch people, they don't, you know, they don't go by that. And it's really, it's, I think like when you're trying to get a, just, you know, whether it's evidence or whatever, you really have to treat them more like they are people.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do that. And because you're not going to be, I mean, you know, you might get a fluke thing, but you're not going to be successful. And that is where they get aggressive, I think. Like people say, oh, like, oh, I was, you know, I went into the woods and I was hearing these noises, and then they started throwing rocks at me. Well, they didn't want you in there.
Yeah, you're in their living room. You're too close to the kids. Something. Yeah, they're just wanting you to get out.
Right? Like we're all gonna, gosh, if it's, you know, if I have kids, I mean, I do have kids. And if anybody's going to hurt my kids, right? Like, what are we going to do? Mom, we turn into mama bears. Like, I can't even imagine what a mama Sasquatch, would not want to mess. Would not want to mess with that. Take your head off.
Now, so you're blessed, Barb, because I am honest. I can't stand lies. I am honest. I have not seen one. I want to see one, but not close. I'd like to see him walk across the field or the other neighbor's field. I like to see one from a distance. I've seen the tree structures, breaks, heard all the noises, felt them, smelled them. Yeah. I have just never, ever have seen one. So I'm hoping eventually I will. Yeah. You are blessed that you actually saw them and she showed you the baby. And
yeah. You're probably, you're just going to have like go into the areas, you know, more and
it's kind of hard with the fields though. I mean, we got to.
Oh yeah. It's got to be the right. And that, and you might not see them. It might not be. It might.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't even know what. Yeah. Well, remember that when you, there's like I feel like, is it like what would you say? Like a tree line where you've sent me videos of it.
Yeah. Before. We got a bunch of different tree lines. I mean, all the fields are
like,
have tree lines.
I think that would be a place that you could, but it's going to be, you know, you'll have to go in and just like, hey, I'm here and I hope to see you. I hope to see somebody.
Right. I love to go down close to the river, but I don't want to tell the lady at the farm why we're just checking for Sasquatch feet and, you know, marks.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
But I would love to try to get down there. Yeah. So, well, we can have an excuse. Our big boy Clyde, our goat, is actually buried there. So we could say, hey, can we borrow or check out our goat's grave? And then we'll just kind of sneak into the river.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like to check out that area way down there by the river.
Yeah. That's probably what it's going to have to be. Mm-hmm. You know, it might take, because they may not, maybe they're probably afraid to come maybe up if it's too open, maybe. I don't know. You know, although I feel like they definitely have ways to cloak and all that. Yeah. But I've not seen them like I've never seen one like walking. I've just seen them. They've been stationary. The one was
in the trees.
Yeah, like stood up. And that was the one I saw last year. That was the closest. Well, he was the second to the closest that I saw. But and it's funny because like August 1st. So last year on the August 1st, 2025. And then August 1st of 2023. So like skipped a year. So I guess I'm like in the skipping. And then, but then the year no, it was a couple years before that. August 21st of 2019 is when I heard them, but I didn't know that they were like around our house yet. But I heard them when we were camping in Gifford Pinchot National Forest. So it's always that August 1st.
Right.
But yeah, it's, I don't know.
We've been on almost 2 hours, guys.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's always fun. Always so much fun.
I know that your link's been posted. Everybody go to Barb's channel. She's got tons and tons and tons of videos of sounds. There is one that sounds like a Sasquatch singing and humming. I swear that one that says, Barb, I swear they were saying your name.
She comes,
tons of videos
she comes around. I don't know what else it could, I don't know what else it could be. Yeah,
so Barb has tons of videos on her channel, and maybe eventually you'll get back on and do some interviews and things like that. I know you said you're taking a break.
Yeah. Because I mean, there's so much going on with my research and just my family, but I mean, I that is what fell by the wayside. And when you are in touch with that more so than anything else is when you get you get the results, but you have to kind of always,
contact Pops.
okay.
Contact Pops.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Send Pops a message. He's got a message for you.
Awesome.
Well,
awesome.
we'll have to have you back, especially if you get an update from the Queen or that's the show I really want to do.
Yeah.
But if your husband wants to come on sometime, he's more than welcome.
Okay, that would be great. Oh, he's in here trying to be quiet, and our dog's barking at him. All right. Stop it.
Yeah, I'd love to have him come on. Just tell him it's just like a phone conversation.
Yeah.
Just ignore chat. Nobody's here listening and watching us.
Yeah.
It's just a phone conversation.
It's just a Zoom call.
Thank you, Blazer. Yeah, because I know.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Go subscribe to Pops. Go subscribe to the Barbs, and don't forget Jessica the Cryptid Hunters. And so, yeah. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, you've got so many videos. I can just binge watch for hours, your videos. So next time you come back, we'll promise we'll pull up pictures and videos and things. But I love this subject. I mean, we talked about all kinds of stuff, praying, and just all kinds of stuff here.
Right.
I mean, that's what we try to
talk
do.
to my friend, and I'll make sure that I can release all this information about what went on with Queen Regina, and then maybe there'll be more. And we
definitely. So we'll touch base in about a month or so or whatever and get you back.
Good.
I don't want to wait a whole year.
I know there's been too much has happened.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. We'll get you back sooner.
Love you guys.
All right. Well, don't go anywhere, Barb.
Yeah,
We'll
don't go anywhere.
Goodbye to everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks everybody for being here. We love you. Loved everybody in chat and all your comments. And what do you got, Jane? Anything you'd like to say?
I just want to say the new stream of the 24/7's up. We do have anybody likes thunderstorms, we've got a thunderstorm coming in. I got 2 cameras right now pointing at the storm and watching the lightning and everything. So yeah, we got a few storms coming in. But here pretty soon I'll put out Blazer's cat food. He blesses us with cat food every month for our critters and coons and skunks and stray cats. So I'll be putting out some cat food on the critter cam. And then everybody can watch the skunks, coons, fox, whatever wants to show up tonight. And keep an eye on the skies, the Big Dipper event, the lights. Barb, that started. I was on the phone last night, so I was seeing some. But last night was 8/8.
I'm going to check. Yes. Oh, my gosh.
I'm talking about. Yeah, I know you can see them in Washington. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Go to our channel, hit videos, find all the Big Dipper power-ups and the 1,000 things moving all over the Dipper. It's just now starting. It will be the next 6 weeks if it's not cloudy. Yeah. We won't see them tonight because we got storms coming in. But I will always have at least 2 cameras trying to point to the skies at night too, watching these lights appear and disappear.
Awesome.
So, but that's what I got to say. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. We love you guys. And we got a few new people coming in today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know they're kind of surprised, like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you, that's really cool. We saw it. My son-in-law and I witnessed it with our own eyes. The stuff with the Big Dipper shooting out of
just now starting. But I've been seeing these lights for months. Actually, they're not around the Big Dipper, of course, because it's just now moving down. I have been seeing a lot more activity this year. It's always in the north, the exact same spots. There's been a lot this year, and it's not even the Big Dipper event when you see thousands of them appearing and disappearing. So what is with that north sky? I still wonder, are they charging up and then disappearing again? They're not ships. I'm not calling them, they're not ships. They're either angels, plasmoid, something. But I think this is the 5th year, Barb, that this has been going on starting at August 8th. I'm going, what is this? So, but we can't see it tonight because we got a nice thunderstorm coming in.
Wow.
So if nobody knows what I'm talking about, we got tons of videos. I got coons, possums, skunks. I got so many videos on there that we get off these cameras. So, but yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. If we're not on Jessica's or somebody's this week, We will be on hopefully Friday night.
Friday night, hopefully.
10 o'clock Central with all the weird, strange maps. He showed another new map the other night. And so
Love it.
All right, everybody.
And thanks, Barb, for coming. We just love you so
thank you.
much.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for
Yes.
having me. It's been too long. And everybody in the chat was awesome.
We love you, everybody.
Yep.
Keep
Love you
looking
guys.
up.
Keep your vibrations high and stay away from fear.
Yes.
We'll see you next time.
God bless.